I feel so supported when I'm up singing. She knows I don't know the words to any of these songs. She knows if she doesn't move the slide over this, that I'm just gonna. I'm always one line of a song ahead of just being ruined. Chris. Because nobody works or thinks about sound and video as much as he does. And sows his life into it to get it right. And I appreciate him. All right. We ready with Acts chapter 23, verse 12. Guys. Acts 23, verse 12. And some of the Jews banded together and bound themselves under an oath, saying that they would neither eat nor drink until they had killed Paul. Now there were more than 40 who had formed this conspiracy. They came to the chief priests and the elders, and they said, "We have bound ourselves under a great oath that we will eat nothing until we have killed Paul." To the commander that he be brought down to you tomorrow, as though you were going to make further inquiries concerning him. But we are ready to kill him before he comes near. Let's stop for just a second. These are the cream of the crop, y'all. These are the leaders. These are the religious elites. If anybody is supposed to not lay in wait or plot to kill somebody or plot somebody's murder without, they are under the guise of saying, we're going to try him. Give him a trial. They're actually trying to lure him away from the protection of the Roman government so that they can kill him. And I read a commentary that said at around this time there was a group of 40, and they were assassins. And what they would do is that they would lay in wait. They would walk, kind of like a spy movie where you see people walk. Pass by, and then all at once they turn around and stab them, and then disappear and scatter away. And they were known for that. So this is trained. These are assassins. The council with the leaders of the Jews. Somebody ought to somewhere have said, "Wait a minute. I shouldn't be lying. I shouldn't be bearing false witness. I shouldn't be plotting to kill an innocent man." But when they got so obsessed with killing Paul, they got so obsessed with quenching out this Christianity, they got so obsessed with the move of God. And you know the devil does that too. One of his Achilles heels, the Achilles heel of the devil, is he always takes it a little bit too far. He'll take you so far down that you'll sit up and realize, wait a minute. In my father's house, my slaves eat better than this. I'll go and return to my father. Thank God that the devil doesn't know when to quit. He doesn't know when, because he is as obsessed as his sons, obsessed. When the spirit of the devil comes, remember the devil is here to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So when they start taking on the character of their father, the devil, they're all taking it too far. They're taking it so far that the Roman government is like, whoa. You're taking this a little too far. The ones that crucified Jesus on a cross on Calvary, beat him beyond recognition, stripped him of his clothes, crucified him between two thieves, a thief and a. These people had been so corrupt, and Jesus said it right when he said, "You are of your father. I'm of my father, and you're of your father." And you start being, look, when somebody that you know that is a high reputation in the church, high reputation, something like that, and they start behaving like the devil, in other words, they start lying, they start stealing, they start cheating, and they become that attitude and push down and push things aside and stuff like that. You know that they're not there's a problem. Amen. You can't talk yet. Chris said you can't talk yet.
I just want to interject one thing along the lines of what you're talking about. Jesus said in John chapter, I had it pulled up, 16, that they'll put come when they're going to think if they kill you, they're doing God a service. It's a prophecy being fulfilled.
So this is terrible, y'all. I mean, we're used to the Pharisees and Sadducees being the bad guys by now, and so some of this is just blowing a religious aristocracy. Is it aristocracy? This religious theocracy, these leaders of the religious crowd and the Jews, they are as corrupt as the Democrats. I'm sorry, I can't say that. They're as corrupt as the socialists and the communists. They're when library, smoking the pipe, plotting evil and plotting to kill people, and when we think about the mafia and the mob and stuff like that, and corruption, and we realize that these that are supposed to be God's people think they're doing God a service, and they've become just as corrupt because they're willing to kill and steal and destroy to get what they want and to get their ends. So I want you to see that there is a change in the character of this Jewish nation. God did not bring it down because Jesus was ushering in a new kingdom. They got brought down because they were incredibly corrupt. They had reached the height of their power, and at the height of their power, they just killed who they wanted to. And God is not pleased with that. God is not pleased when our government is corrupt. He's not pleased when the righteous people are killed, and when righteous blood is shed, like abortion and children being abused, and order without social security numbers, and they just disappear into the fringes of society and go out, and millions of people come out and they're enslaved because they don't have a social security number and they don't have legal standing to be here. So they end up getting enslaved, building roofs and building houses and doing the hard labor. We have to have them here so that the hard work can get done. Well, that's slavery. It's slavery, and God doesn't like it.
One thing along the lines of what you're talking about, people killing people thinking they're doing God a service. The Catholic Church killed so many people because they considered them heretics, and they hunted them down, and they did all that. Even Martin Luther, he didn't order the killing, but consented to a killing of a person that he considered a heretic. When you go too far, you know what I mean, and brand somebody a heretic and decide they need to die. And that's what we deal with Muslims.
We need to be very careful in ourselves, and I'll get you in a second. We need to be very careful because guess what? We say, well, we're better than that. We're Pentecostal. We're conservatives. You know what I'm saying? We're better than that. But all of a sudden you start finding this corruption, and it starts then you got the Jewish people and the Muslim, well, those evil Jewish people, those evil Muslims, and then those evil Catholics. But what about those Protestants, those evil Protestants? And then all of a sudden you're like, well, what did that Pentecostal people do? Well, find out that it's possible for even people just like us to get corrupt. It's easy for us to get our eyes on the Lord. Look, when you're not looking at Jesus, you're going to drown. You're going to drown if you don't keep your eyes on Jesus. And some of it comes from, I'm heading towards you. I'm just going this way. There's some of us, some of it is because of fear. Some people circle the wagons out. People do it because they're used to a certain level of power and they want to keep it going. And some people will perpetuate a ministry, the name of a ministry, the name of a church, their logo, their banner. Amen. Look, I love New Life Worship Center, but you can rip that logo right off the side of the church. Jehovah is my banner. Amen. And I'm going to serve the Lord. Amen. And if I get too corrupt in myself and too used to being in charge of something, or too big in my own eyes, we were watching that David show last night, and Saul said, Samuel said, when you were little in your own eyes, I made you great. He said, but now that you're big in your own eyes, I'm going to make you small. Your kingdom is going to be taken away from you. How many knows that these large successful ministries, they're God's ministries. They're not ours. And they don't rely on us to keep them going. Amen? God can stick a donkey in our place. Amen? And we got to stay humble in the right mind. I'm taking it to Charlie for the next comment, sir. I'm sorry, I talked too long.
Well, since you're teaching the Sunday school, you